What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 6 of Flow Vice. And today, we're going to be talking about rhythm language and following the beat. And I'm going to be talking about a lot of concepts that I don't think I've ever really tried to articulate to people, but it has to do with flowing. It has to do with everything, to be honest. And, might lose some people, but that's why I'm recording it so you can watch it back. And if you don't agree with me, that's completely fine, right? So, rhythm language. When I'm talking about rhythm, I'm talking about, yes, the rhythm of music, but the same rhythm of music is the same rhythm of life. And I'm going to go into how I see that and how it helps me approach the beat and flows and flowing a cappella, because it has to do with everything, okay? So, what goes up must come down, right? Hot and cold, you appreciate one or the other depending on the lack of the other one, okay? In and out, light and dark. There's an appreciation because of the lack of the space created because of the presence of one. And to have both at the same time doesn't make any sense. It's chaos. It's ridiculous. Like what is going on right now, right? That's not how it works. There's creation, there's destruction, and that's the basis of the world that we live in, the dimension pocket that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go past that, you start getting into the dimension of chaos, and that's something that I'm not gonna get into right now. But anyways, the rhythm, the rhythm language, right? It has to do with why people flow intuitively. Okay, so there is a rhythm for everything, right? When you are, they talk about this shit in the Matrix. When you are going through problems and you see brighter days, that was a build up to a climax, right? When you're having sex, people that are good at it, you know what I'm saying, they have rhythm. Okay, you understand rhythm. There's a build up. There's a the what's it called? The cooperation between the two people on a deeper level. That's a rhythm, and it creates this thing, and that rhythm creates a life. Okay, that shit's crazy when you really think about it. But people don't realize that. You take that shit for granted. You're doing the dance of creation, son. It's crazy. You're doing the Big Bang. It's funny that we call it bang because you're doing the Big Bang. You are creating a life through this dance, through this rhythm, this cooperation between two different life forms. It's fucking crazy. But anyways, that has to do with this shit, and it's gonna be too deep for some people. But I'm showing you like how I understand rhythms and beats and shit. But anyways, everybody's life, their ups and their downs, right? It's the same thing as when you hear it in music. The thing about music is that music is that part of human beings or part of nature that is manifested in an auditory fashion. And there's a reason why it makes sense to us. Like, I could play a beat and I'm gonna show you right now. It'll make sense to you, even if you don't like the beat. Even if you don't like this kind of beat, it's spaced out mathematically to the point where, yes, this beat makes sense. Okay, so that's how that works, right? Music is that whole thing that's going on. Because if you could put everybody's life, their ups and their downs, into a rhythm pattern, there would be this giant song. Everybody living their life, okay? And that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? So, but taking all that into consideration, you see interviews with Rakim, you see interviews with Nas, you see interviews with a lot of artists, and you're like, how do you approach writing? How do you create these songs? And a lot of times the people will say shit like, man, I'm still trying to figure that out to this day, right? And I feel like either people can't articulate what it is, they do understand it, but they can't articulate it, because I've been there where I can't really articulate what's going on with the natural understanding of how to flow and natural understanding of how to do art in general, or when people play sports and they're talented, you are at a place where you understand this rhythm through this channel, right? Now this rhythm, they talk about it in Joe Rogan, right? The Book of Five Rings. Once you understand the way, all things become clear, okay? Now, with me, it was with art and flowing that I understood this rhythm of life, okay? With some other people, it's fucking bass guitar. With some other people, it's math, right? With some other people, it's fucking jujitsu. And you see those people that are good at that shit, like when they be beating my ass when I go train, I can see it in their face. You know what I'm saying? kickboxing or whatever. There's a certain understanding that human beings had with this flow of nature, this rhythm language. When I went to school for AC, couldn't get a fucking job. Then I listened to what this lady told me and what my abuelita used to tell me about listening to God's language. The next car you see that's an AC truck, put that number down, and I guarantee you that's going to be your first AC job. That was my first AC job, listening to the rhythm. Okay? So anyways, you're going to utilize that when you approach the instrumental, okay? And with music, it's beautiful because remember, like I said before, it is that rhythm of life manifested into one of our senses that we could pick up. You know what I'm saying? Because there are all different kinds of senses. The world is what it is for us because of our senses. Bees see the world in a completely different way. They see ultraviolet rays. There's a shrimp that sees 13 different colors that our eyes aren't able to pick up. So when you look at the moon, you're seeing the version of the moon that we can pick up. There's probably other shit. There are probably beings all around you, but you don't have the senses to pick it up. When you cut down a tree, people look at plants like you rip them out, nothing happens. Nothing happens that's comparable to your reaction because of your senses and your way of being. The plants do scream through smell. Did you know that when you cut grass, that smell of freshly cut grass is a chemical scent that's being sent out to the other grass bodies in the area to let them know as a warning. That's what that is. And when you cut down trees, they probably are screaming in agony. You just can't pick it up because you don't have the senses to pick that up. We have smelling, seeing, tasting, hearing. But anyways, I branched off. Anyways, I'm getting into music is the way we pick up on this rhythm, right? So it's already laid out for you. You understand what I'm saying? So follow the beat. This tunnel thing I'm talking about where you see the hi-hats. The easiest way to approach a beat, right, and understand this rhythm is to just follow the beat, copy it, right? I choose the snare and the hi-hats, and I'm going to show you how you could start tapping into this rhythm to understand the flow, right? So for every, I'm going to say a word, and then I'm going to show you how you add onto this beat. Cat, scat, rap, tap, shat, collapse, contact. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. You follow the instruments because the instruments are laid out to that rhythm. And you follow it, it's gonna sound appealing to other people's ears. Yo, check it, the flow, come kick it. I'm about to flow, I'm about to go. You see me glow, you see me shine. You think I'm crazy, out of my mind, but I think scat, cat, lat. And then when you get into, you put one word for the snare, then you add a double word, absurd, and then you add 3. 1, 2, 3. Watch, I'll do it when the snare comes. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. All right, so when you get into it like that, you got words lined up for each snare, right? And then you just add, and you take away, and you make a flow out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, possibly they slaughtered me according to my policy. I'm better than the prodigy, deeper than mythology. Like Socrates, hypocrisy, I'm bringing you democracy. Government officer, Triple K Mafia, shoot you down, laugh at ya, bringing you a massacre, phenomenal proportion. Lyrics causing controversy equal to abortion. So I skipped a couple hats and then put it. You're incorporating yourself as an instrument into the rhythm of the beat, into the rhythm of the music. You are becoming like the music, okay? So when we're talking about that, if you read Think and Grow Rich, and a lot of these financial books, they talk about the source. I referenced this in one of my other episodes, the source of ideas, that all ideas are pre-existing. And then when you pick it up as a beacon, you manifest these ideas. You understand what I'm saying? So the geniuses of our world are people that are, they intuitively understand the rhythm of all that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear a beat, this is somebody's idea. This is somebody's collection of ideas, okay? It's not the person itself, but it's what the person was able to channel, right? So this is an idea, okay? Now I'm gonna play this again. And all the shit that I was spitting. This is a collection of ideas assorted into that flow of life and nature, you know what I'm saying? So when you start spitting, that's you opening yourself up to getting ideas that match the same rhythm of this person's idea. So the music that you make and the raps that you come up with is a collaboration, just like sex, right? It's a collaboration of two people's ideas that they collected, combining together because you understand the natural like flow of the whole thing, right? So it's like a fusion, like in Dragon Ball Z, right? And becoming a good MC, you know what I'm trying to do, what Rakim did, what Nas did, what all these people did. And a lot of the North rappers, they talk about a lot of shit that I'm talking about in their rhymes and shit. But anyways, basically, you can start understanding that and reading and shit. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't bother you, because for some reason that shit bothers people. It's really the same shit that religion teaches. If you live according to those 10 commandments, I guarantee you are following that flow. You know what I'm saying? To have a good life. Because you're having a good life, that means you're living a very rhythmatic life. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about religion. You know what I'm saying? The things that I'm talking about, they talk about it, but in a different format. Okay? Isn't Beauty and the Beast? There must be something there that wasn't there before. Love. Right? There's a rhythm going on there. Right? So anyways, basically as an MC, you're going to want to get to a point where you are just always in that entity that you put into the raps, where you were just open. Because when you freestyle and you do something good but you can't do it again, that's because you became that idea generator. You got to a point where you were just in that state. Like people that become really good at jiu-jitsu and become really good at anything, you have gotten to a point where you were just in a constant state of that thing that's able to collaborate with the rhythm at all times. Tap you out real quick, knock you out real quick, play something fucking sick on the I just rhyme. Play something on the bass out of nowhere. People that draw shit out of nowhere. There's a contrast in everything. I'm not trained in art, but you can see like this shit. There's a contrast in the sky. It makes it pop to the eye. But anyways, look, there's dark clouds and bright fucking background. This right here, you put white on this side of the mountain, wherever the light is coming from the most. You know what I'm saying? And then you were drawing the same thing, snow, but you're drawing the shade of it. So you throw a little blue in with the white, and it creates a contrast. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a rhythm, you know, being and not being. You understand what I'm saying? So getting into that, I know it's real deep and shit, but this is just how I see it. When you listen to your beats, pay attention to the instruments. Follow the instruments. Tech 9 follows all the hi-hats. That's what he's like, you know what I'm saying? That's what he does. He raps according to hi-hats because music is already formatted. That's why we like it. It's just the rhythm. And a lot of us can't articulate it, but we feel it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? But that's what this show is gonna be, man. It's like the rapping, the flowing, the art, the painting, the drawing. To me, like when I was painting the other day, I was talking about like people, why are you talking about rapping when you're painting? Because it's the same shit. You understand what I'm saying? And once people figure that out, you can gonna start producing things that are crazy. And then little weird things start happening too. Like when I was painting, I was talking about like the reason I started painting, like to escape certain situations. And then the fucking music I was playing in the background, I went to this song and said, you better stop and think about what you do. Little funny things like that, you know what I'm saying? We just start paying attention. I think that like your ups and your downs is just music. You know what I'm saying? When you get good at something, it's just music. It's just you get into the rhythm of life. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're the happiest. You know, so I was telling a friend the other day, like, you have to be in a constant state of climbing up a mountain for the rest of your life in order to be happy. Because once you get to the top of a mountain, you have a feeling of dread. It's getting kind of long, but, you know, this is the way I understand that thing that helped me get over my things is music. And if this is not what you like, you know what I'm saying, then you can find it in something else, whatever you are attracted to. There's a reason for that. So, anyways, peace out, y'all. I know this is kind of metaphysical episode, but aren't they all? Come on, son. All right, peace out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time, man.